Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the Disney Dining Show. I'm your host, Pete Werner, joined at the table this week by my good friends, Ms. Teresa Eccles.
Hey.
Mr. Stephen Porter.
Hello.
The newest member of our team, Mr. Sean Falk.
Hey.
And back in the production nook. Oh, we don't even have a camera set up for you people. You really just don't matter. Well, Rhino and Craig are back there, not mattering. Craig is hunched over his computer like he's watching porn. So, yeah, now there are hand gestures. That's why we don't set the camera up back there. So, well, welcome to the show, everyone. This is our second episode of our Disney Dining Show, and although I said we were going to alternate between table service and counter service, this week we're doing another table service. We did Be Our Guest restaurant a few weeks ago. But the next show is going to have a counter service. It's going to be Craig and Corey's review of Cosmic Rays over at the Magic Kingdom. But before we get to any of that other stuff, we're going to start with just a couple of pieces of news recently that I thought was interesting. First and foremost, the My Disney Experience app is now going to start tracking your dining credits from the Disney Dining Plan. That's a pretty big update.
Yeah, that's huge.
People have been asking for this for a while, but you're also going to be able to view purchases. You're now able to view purchases that you've charged back to your hotel on the app, as well as renew eligible annual passes. My annual pass can't be renewed online because I have the Premier Pass, the Disneyland and Disney World Pass, but any other annual pass now you can do that. But more and more they are adding to this. I know people have been asking about being able to track credits.
This is awesome. I love the way it's evolving. And we kind of all knew it was going to, right? It had to just kind of keep adding more and more, and I love it.
I'm surprised that Disney did this with both the dining credits, but even more so with the tracking purchases, because if I were a business, to be able to say, this is how much money you're spending, this is how much credits you've used, like, it's almost like, as a vacationer, I feel like some people might see, oh, like honey, like, look at how much you spent on
I hadn't thought of that.
Or, you know what I mean? Or,
so wait, my husband can see
now
this
that you're
too?
married, you're having those conversations, aren't you?
Or just in general, you could just see, like, oh, like, look, we've already spent half of our dining credits, and it's only day 3, and we're here for...
Yeah, that doesn't happen. Okay, unless you're gluttonous pigs.
Right.
Or what? I mean, I'm just
crawling from restaurant to restaurant.
Yeah,
I mean that's the big complaint with the Disney Dining Plan, is that it's really difficult for anybody to eat that much food. So that's one of the arguments against it. You'll hear a lot of people say, I don't eat that much food, especially if you're getting just like the regular dining plan or, God forbid, the deluxe dining plan.
There's no time for anything else. If you're
you're just going from restaurant to restaurant. But a lot of people end up leaving credits on the table, so to speak. No pun intended. Well, maybe just a little. But so this is a way to kind of track that. And you see those people the last day of their vacation with all their snack credits. Mm-hmm. They're in the hotel gift shop. They're buying like every bag of chips.
I've done it.
Candy.
Candy.
Fruit, whatever.
I've been that person, like, before I lived here and was a vacationer and everything. I mean, we did the dining plan like that, and at the end I was like, oh my God, I got to get like gifts for people, food gifts, sort of like Rice Krispies to take home to people.
I'm also realizing this is Sean's first show. So we should probably talk to you a little bit, so people like get to know you. I just like here's someone new. Let's go on. Sean is a friend of mine. We've known each other a while, and just come on board. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I work here now, and so
we've established that.
Yes, yeah. I live right in the Disney area. I always grew up coming to the parks. I actually started at the California parks. And then started coming here when I was about 16 with my family. I loved it. That was why I moved to the area. So I wanted to continue that with Disney. I did the college program, and so I'm pretty familiar and well-versed with the goings-on at the parks. So
knows his way around the parks.
Yeah, for sure.
Big fan. So I'm glad to have you. Glad you could join us.
Thank you.
But yeah, all right. So back to this. Just had to have that little
segue there.
Well, I'm just realizing. Oh, wait a second.
Yeah,
There's somebody
you're
new
fine.
at the table. We should probably introduce him a little bit better than here he is. Yeah, I think a lot of people end up with credits on the table, and so this is a way to track it. And I wonder if Disney sees this being used to really utilize those credits, because I mean that's good for Disney when they don't use them.
Yeah.
I wonder if they pull this off.
Well, I think it'll be good because, especially if you have teenagers and if the family splits up, the kids can see what credits they have left on their app.
Yeah.
And they don't have to keep asking mom and dad and just, go off and use them up. And
Well, and I also think sometimes people get the receipt printed out just to see how many, to keep track of how many credits they have left. And maybe it'll save some paper too. So.
Yeah. I mean, I think, first of all, this is something that should have always been on there. I don't really, they should have included this.
They've had trouble making it work at all.
Right.
For a while.
To me, because I used to wait tables at Disney, and it is the biggest hassle when you have to wait tables for dining plan stuff, because, it takes an extra, 10, 15 minutes and all you want to do is leave whenever you're done eating so you can get back out in the park and stuff, but you run into all these obstacles with the dining plan and all that, so it's a huge headache, especially for the servers, for people that are waiting on it and all that. So I'm glad it's kind of getting in a better direction there. So
Well, it's they said when they released My Disney Experience and they went in this whole direction that they were going to keep evolving it, and they have been. So we'll see how people like it. Now, another story revolves around the Edison, which is a new structure, bar, lounge being built at Disney Springs, but there's also going to be a dining option. Steve has that.
So it looks like Maria and Enzo will be an Italian restaurant expected to come this fall to Disney Springs, the Edison. And it's basically themed after an airport terminal, which is just an interesting... it looks like a retro airport terminal, so it offers unique cuisine and immersion. That's basically... There's not a lot of info out there, but it all takes place in the Edison building, which is a power plant, so... or electrical power,
It's what it's themed as, yeah.
So it's an interesting combination of the two.
and where is this at Disney Springs?
It is right on the water, next to where the Characters in Flight is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, it'll be. The building is beautiful. We have some pictures up on the site of construction updates of the photos. And actually, when I was taking them, I was wondering why there's all these airplane. Billboard type pictures on the side of the building, and I was like, oh, I thought this was electrical themed. So give some clarification as what's up over there.
Well, they're also behind schedule with this. This was supposed to open this month, and
wasn't the original one spring, and then it was summer, and then it was fall, and now it just says late 2017. So at this point, who knows?
Yeah, they're behind schedule with it. So we'll see when it opens, but I think adding an Italian eatery to the offerings at Disney Springs, certainly not a bad idea. Lord knows they've really killed it down there. I mean, it's amazing. I'm so in love with Disney Springs.
Well, and maybe if they do a really good job down there with the Italian food, you can say to maybe give them the menu to Tony's.
Well, now you're asking for the world. Well, that'll actually give us two. What was Portobello's? What's it now? Portobello's.
Oh, it's going to be a Terralina, I think.
Yeah. So that'll be one, and then you've got this. So you've got two Italian eateries.
Retro Airport Electric Company.
yeah, I was thinking the same
I'm on
thing.
board
like,
with that.
I was thinking I don't know, that's so confusing to have this eating in the terminal at an airport, which I don't think anyone likes to do. It's no one's favorite place to go,
I actually
really,
like doing
that much. Where
so
they're like,
don't dash it down.
They so at the electric company with the Italian food, I'm like, it sounds confusing, but
Retro. I'm
it could
on
be
board
really
with
good
the
It's
food.
a weird conglomerate.
The theme
of
is
theme.
weird, that everything, but as long as the food's good.
Well,
I don't care.
so far they've shown that they really good at theming these places.
Oh, yeah, no.
And making it work. So I will absolutely reserve judgment on that until I see it. But it all sounds cool to me. So, nice to see that coming to
Agreed.
Disney Springs. So that's a little update on the news for this week. We also like to do a featured discussion, something from our restaurants board at disboards.com. And this week I wanted to talk about a thread started by the Rusty Scupper called Buffet Character Shows and All You Care to Eat Pricing. This amazing man has been, I'm assuming it's a man, has been maintaining this thread for at least 4 years with all the pricing in one place that you can see. The first post in the thread, all the current pricing for every buffet and character meal on property, and a lot of questions and discussions about on the thread. I mean, the thread's like 20 some odd pages long. But also I just want to send out some good thoughts and wishes to the Rusty Scupper, who apparently is recovering from a pretty bad accident, but has still been managing. There's been like intensive care. He's been in ICU at one point, and there's been a lot of stuff going on. So I want to send our best wishes out to you, and thank you for maintaining this thread. But it's pretty interesting. There was one. I don't want to embarrass anybody, but Sean pointed this out to me. Somebody wanted to know what it was going to cost for her family to eat at a particular restaurant, and they said, well, the pricing's up there. Like, yeah, but I want to know how much it's going to cost for my entire family. Like, okay, get out a calculator and figure out what the total cost is. Do the math. But a lot of comments going back and forth about these different meals, and you hear the same thing that I've certainly said it, and I know a lot of people feel this way. I think the best value right now for your money in terms of a buffet has got to be Trails End over at Fort Wilderness. That it's the same food they're serving in Hoop-de-Doo. So you're getting that fried chicken, the ribs, corn, but they also have like their pizza's halfway decent. Nice selection of vegetables, really decent salad bar, pulled pork. And the food is so good. That fried chicken's delicious.
Yeah, it is.
That fried chicken is delicious. The problem, I think the reason why the price, it's a really reasonable price. I didn't look up exactly. Maybe I should I don't have a link to it here, but really reasonable price. Maybe my producer, if he can pull himself away from the porn, could look up what the current price of Trails End is.
So you like it better than Tusker House?
I'm talking about value for dollar.
Okay.
No, I don't like it better than Tusker House. Okay. I like it a great deal. But no, I think Tusker House, in terms of buffets... Price aside, okay. Tusker House wins.
Okay.
Tusker House, Boma,
yeah,
all right up there. Tusker House for a character meal, hands down.
Yeah, right. It's not even close.
But even... what I like about Tusker House is I'm not choosing between entertainment and food quality. I get both. Mm-hmm. But I think for the price you pay at Trails End and the quality of the food you get and just the whole experience being at Fort Wilderness, which is really, really cool.
Yeah. That's a plus.
And it's one of the, it's kind of difficult to get back there because if you're driving over to Fort Wilderness, you've got to park and then take a bus to get back there. But what I tell a lot of people is there's a boat that goes, if you're at the Magic Kingdom, definitely. You want to take a break, hop the boat over to Fort Wilderness. Trails End is a very short walk from the marina. Go have a great meal in a great environment at a great price, and then head back into the park.
What, for dinner pricing?
Sure.
$31.95 for slow time and peak $36.21.
So between $32 and $37, depending on time of year. Compare that to a lot of other buffets that are pushing $60 for adults. So it's a really, really reasonable price point, great food, And like I said, the atmosphere, everything. It's one of my favorite places to eat. But that's what this thread is all about. It's about discussing these various all-you-can-eat type, whether it's character meals, buffets, shows like Hoop-de-Doo, and or experiences like Ohana, which are sort of family style. Everybody adding their thoughts and opinions. So, do you have a favorite buffet? Character meal?
Well, I like Crystal Palace as far as the character meals go. I think and I liked the buffet there too. Actually, it was really
the dinner
good.
buffet was very good.
The dinner buffet was great. So that's probably my top pick. I haven't done Tusker House yet, so I'll have to do it and then weigh in. But for now,
What about you, Tay?
I like, for family style, Liberty Tree. I like the atmosphere. What are you smiling at, Sean? No, I like the atmosphere.
No, I like Liberty Tree too. It's just not,
I was looking
I'm not
between
a
the
fan.
two of you. Like,
I'm
for family
what's about to
style.
happen?
For family
Like-
style,
Yeah.
it's Ohana.
Oh, definitely.
Ohana.
Definitely. I'm not a fan of characters bouncing around while I'm eating. It's a nice option, and my clients
She
love
likes
it.
to stay focused on the
I'm a
food.
focus on my food. Don't distract me, and then it gets cold, and then I'm
Yeah,
I'm
but to
over it.
just, all you have to do to distract Teresa during a meal is just wave your keys around. It's something shiny.
I'm past that. I've moved on.
No, you're not.
But no, I like Liberty Tree.
What about you, Steve?
I like Tusker House, and you actually mentioned Boma as that's
Yeah,
probably,
Boma's amazing.
Boma's up there as one of my favorite buffets. So probably my two top non-character Boma, character Tusker House.
And we'll have a link to this thread and the news stories and everything else on our show notes page, disunplugged.com. You can head over there and check that out. Now we're going to get on to our featured dining review for this week. It is the Diamond Horseshoe. I keep calling it the Golden Horseshoe because that's what it is out in California. But it's the Diamond Horseshoe here. And before we get into our overall thoughts on this experience, we're going to go ahead and let you watch the vlog that we recorded while we did it.
Hey everybody, we are here at the Golden Horseshoe in the Magic Kingdom for their buffet dinner, or their family style dinner, I should say. So, Steve Porter is our video guy, but joined by Miss Teresa Eccles over here.
Hello.
And my good friend Sean is joining us for this. So as I said, this is our family style. They start out with a frontier salad, which is, lettuce and tomatoes, onions, roasted corn, cornbread croutons, and chipotle ranch dressing. They also bring plenty of cornbread with a honey butter. It's really good. But this is a northern cornbread, not a southern cornbread, so it's sweet cornbread. And we just had our cornbread and salad. I really like the cornbread. The salad was okay. The chipotle dressing, though, was a little spicier than I was expecting. And everybody kind of noticed it really was tasted more like it should be a dip than a dressing. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Teresa, what'd you think of the salad?
Salad's okay. Basic salad, all the good stuff that you'd expect in a basic salad. I agree about the dressing. It's got a little bit more kick than I think everyone would like. But it's good. I mean, it would be maybe good with carrots or something in the dip.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just echo what they said. I've never had cornbread like this because I'm from the South, so it is like more on the sweet side. I really like it, actually. I didn't think I would, but it's really good. I also don't like spicy at all, so the dressing is actually pretty good, though. I wouldn't go so far as to be like, oh, it's too spicy. Even as someone who doesn't like spicy, it's not so bad, but the rest of it is just like lettuce and carrots and stuff, like any other salad you would have. So.
Okay, so we just had our main course, which again is our family style. pulled pork, carved turkey breast, smoked sausage, and braised beef. They also serve what they call cowboy beans, which is baked beans, sautéed corn, and baked macaroni and cheese. I appear to be alone here at the table thinking this was really good. I thought the turkey was, I mean, some of it could have been hotter. The turkey was kind of cold, not cold, just room temperature. But it was moist, it wasn't dry. The braised beef I thought was very good. The pulled pork was delicious. And the beans were good. The mac and cheese left a lot to be desired. But, Teresa, you don't agree with me.
No, I don't. The mac and cheese was nasty. It was like lower than grocery store deli mac and cheese, and it was cold. The meats, I like the pulled pork was my favorite. The sausage was my second favorite, though. You could have that at breakfast, lunch, or dinner, that sausage. It was good, though. I didn't care for the pork and beans out of the can. I liked this.
They were not out of the can.
I liked the corn. It had a little bit of flavor. They said that macaroni and cheese was baked. Where was it baked at and when? Because there was no crusty goodness on it, you know? Okay, whatever. But no, I would come back for the pulled pork and the corn if they could just serve me that.
All right, Sean?
Okay, I didn't like it. I wouldn't eat. I don't like beans, first of all, so like I can't really comment on those. I don't know what that's about, but the beans part. No, I don't like beans. No, I know what it's
Converse
supposed
with
to be
him
not
when
like
he's not recording.
Okay, so the turkey, it looked like it was going to be dry, but it actually was pretty good. It wasn't dry at all. It was just kind of basic in that way for the price. It's one of those things where you expect a little bit extra. The braised braised beef was actually really good. I did like that part of it. The mac and cheese, that was pretty bad. That's something I was really looking forward to, and it was like school cafeteria kind of thing, so it wasn't up to that level that I'm expecting, so I would give it a no as a whole.
Okay, so this meal was not good. I didn't like the pulled pork and the sausage were good. Everything else is horrible. The mac and cheese, like they said, people know me. Craig and Rhino call me mac and cheese. This mac and cheese was horrible. Like Sean said, it's worse than like cafeteria mac and cheese. So that was horrible. The beans were meh. The braised beef was meh. The turkey was cold. Like the left side of our whole dish was cold. It's horrible. I would not pay $35 for this. I wouldn't pay $5 for this. So, yeah, sorry for my first really scathing review, but that's what you get.
Scathing.
Okay, so for dessert, we get a big brownie in a skillet it's like a s'mores brownie. So it's a big brownie in a skillet with the chocolate sauce and the marshmallow and the graham cracker. This was really good, but very, 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 very rich and very, very sweet. What did you think, Teresa?
When it first came out, I thought it was a steak with marshmallows on it, and it's good. It was moist, too rich to eat more than a couple of bites, so it was good. Not enough graham cracker.
Yeah, it actually was really good. I got a really small piece, and I'm like a dessert person. I love chocolate, all those kind of things, and it was even rich for my taste. This was like Oprah Winfrey rich, like this was some other kind of rich or whatever, and it was really good. Like you can get like 2-3 bites in, and I mean it's a good thing for like a group of like 4 or more people. Like there's enough food for everybody to eat. I mean, overall, I wouldn't spend the money necessarily to eat here, and I wouldn't recommend it to people, but if this is your thing, then it's your thing, and go for it. So, that's about it.
Okay, so I did not like the main entree, meat platter, whatever that was. The dessert was okay. I mean, it was s'mores, and it was brownie, so it can't be horrible. I mean, chocolate and marshmallow, you can't go wrong, but it wasn't worth getting through the entree for this, so That's what I'll say.
Okay, so as you could tell by watching the vlog, we were not all of the same mind. As a matter of fact, the cheese stood alone in his opinions of this meal. I enjoyed it. I've eaten there a couple of times. I liked it. You guys did not. Sean, you were pretty visceral about it.
I did not like it at all. It's because of the money. Like, it was because of the value for the money. Because, like, when you compare it, we were, like, you were just talking about how great of a meal you can have, like getting on a boat, going over to Fort Wilderness, and doing that for $31. And, like, this was about, even more than that was, or whatever. So, like, the food quality for that money. I mean, a family of 4 is going to spend almost $200 between their food and a tip and tax and all that. And I'm like, God, I can't even imagine spending that kind of money on what we ate.
Yeah, for me, it was just half of what was there was cold.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how you can defend that. I'm sorry. And
look, you are getting
right.
You're getting
Well, I'm
ballsy
mad
there, buddy.
because you were like, "No, this is the best ever." And I'm like,
I did not say it was the best ever. Okay, let's dial it back.
No, you did say it was better than Liberty Tree.
Yes, I agree. I feel that way. I feel that it is better than Liberty Tree Tavern. I prefer the barbecue over the more traditional
So
fare.
you're talking
That's
about
all.
the type of food is
Yes.
what you liked
Yeah,
better.
I love barbecue, and I would have if this was Polite Pig versus Liberty Tree. I like Polite Pig better, but bad barbecue is still bad.
Okay, it wasn't. Presentation was really nice, but it was cold.
It was cold. And it was like there was nothing. But I will say the pulled pork was good.
The pulled pork was good, and so was the little sausage things, but the rest of it, I mean, the canned pork and beans, the mac and cheese off the cafeteria line.
That was the worst.
Which
mac
was
and cheese.
cold.
Jesus.
And when we walked in and we saw it sitting there, I thought, oh my. But then now you realize we saw it sitting there, and that's probably the one we got 20 minutes later.
Yeah, I was so excited about that macaroni and cheese because I'd had the mac and cheese at Gico and like there.
Yeah, well, come on. Now you cannot compare mac and cheese at Gico to mac and cheese.
Oh, I know, but I'm just
in a
saying.
theme
Like
park.
then I'm like, okay, I know Disney can do this.
The menu
mac and
did
cheese.
say
like,
baked. That was not baked.
It was not baked mac and cheese.
That was coming out of the
It was awful.
big pot.
I can get better mac and cheese at Friar Nook. The Epcot Food and Wine mac and cheese is so much better. There are so many good mac and cheese places on Disney.
This is
World.
mass production
The noodle grind
for those
Germany
people.
was great, and it's like mass production kind of thing, and it's good baked macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
So
Well, this is, I don't know.
I thought the sausage was really good. I thought the pulled pork was really good. The turkey, while it looked dry, it wasn't. I wish they would have served some gravy with it, with the turkey.
Well, that would have been Liberty Tree, wouldn't it?
Oh man, this is fun.
I thought, the mac and cheese left a little something to be desired.
The corn was okay.
like corn.
Corn, yeah. But overall, I thought it was very good. I thought it was tasty, and I enjoyed it. And at the end of the day, we were there during the Halloween party. And, so the option, smart ass over here, of getting on a boat and going over
That was
to,
him.
Yeah, that was me.
Was that you? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, whichever
I
one
just
of you.
meant in theory, like
Getting on a boat and going over to Fort Wilderness at that particular night means I'm taking time away from something I just paid extra to be there for. Generally speaking, absolutely. It's a great, if you need to get out of the park. But if you don't want to leave the park, I thought this was a good option. I enjoyed it.
Atmosphere was good.
I thought our
the
server was
waitstaff
really good.
Yes.
I thought
very
the
nice.
dessert was really good. The s'mores brownie.
Needed more s'moreness. There was
More
a-
graham
What do you-
cracker.
more graham cracker. It was a brownie with a frickin' graham cracker stuck in one side.
There was graham cracker crumble on top with the
Very
marshmallow.
little. Too much marshmallow. It was good though. It was really sweet.
Well, okay. The other thing I have,
Like-
the other problem I have with this place is the potential that I see with it, and that if they still did like a show on the stage, that'd be pretty cool. And like it feels like there's a lot left that could be done there that just isn't.
yeah.
Normally this is the opposite. I normally don't, somebody else likes it and I don't. So I don't know. Maybe something's happening to me. I thought this was good. I thought, yes, I would like to. I think they could utilize that stage and put some entertainment up there.
Cornbread was good.
Cornbread was good.
Was it more-
The cornbread was a northern cornbread, which means it's sweet.
Was it thicker cake like?
Yeah, it was like pound cake kind of.
Yeah.
So it was very
Thicker.
sweet.
It's not the
Good.
southern
It was good.
cornbread.
And they
yeah.
brought out enough to fill us up, so when the disappointment came, we were okay with it.
I will say I did not like the dessert at all.
What do you think of the salad dressing?
I thought the dessert was like really rich, but I didn't care for it. And even like I tried scraping each individual part of it, like the marshmallow, to try everything individually, and especially the brownie. When I put it in my mouth, it turned into like paste or something. Like it just hung
Glue.
like it was glue that was just all in the top of my
Glue.
mouth. It was really bad.
Chocolate glue.
There you go,
Hashtag chocolate glue.
Yeah. There you go.
What do you think of the salad dressing? I thought it was bold for what it was because not everybody would like that little bit of kick. it
Yeah,
had.
there was that spicy salad dressing, which was not horrible, but it was like there could be definitely a lot of people that
I
it's
enjoyed
not
it
for them.
but I'm
it was
thinking,
like a dip.
but I'm enjoying it, and I'm looking at it, and I glanced over at Steve because I knew Steve was not a bold eater,
Yeah,
and you were eating it.
I ate it all.
You
I
had
just
a look on your face, but you were eating it.
Yeah.
You know?
It was
Yeah.
interesting.
What is this?
It was not so horrible that I wasn't going to finish it.
No,
but
it wasn't
was-
horrible, but it would have been
just-
good with
It was very like
with carrot
unique.
sticks
Yeah,
or
right.
Yeah.
pepper sticks.
I actually ended up really liking the dressing, and I don't like spicy stuff. I can't. It's not even that I can't handle spicy stuff. So for a normal person who enjoys spicy, they would be like, "This has no spice at all. I don't know what you're talking
Right.
about." For me, it did have a little bit of a kick, but I still ate it, and I thought it was actually a good flavor. But I am surprised, like for a lot of people with kids, that I mean, if you're coming for family dining, 99% of the time there's at least one kid in this group. So I was surprised that
there was a lot of children.
That was
in
the
there.
dressing.
But they might not have been
choice.
eating the salad because there was only 3 croutons on the salad for the 4 of us. So that kind of threw me.
Well, I don't know. I thought at $35 per person for this, as Disney buffets go, that this was reasonably priced, especially being in the park. And I thought I thought it was absolutely worth it. I thought it was absolutely worth it.
If you're on your once in every 4-year vacation, are you going to stop here for a night in the Magic Kingdom, or are there other places that you'd rather pick?
Are you excited to go back?
I would absolutely go back. I would absolutely go
You
back.
take different people that probably would.
I would certainly not take any. Not taking any of you ungrateful bitches. I don't know. Yes, I would go back, and I thought our server was really nice.
they were
Yeah,
good.
yeah, she was
Great.
nice.
Do you think
Right,
it
she
was a
great.
fluke that the food was chilly? That it wasn't hot?
Okay, I mean, with the exception of the mac and cheese.
And the turkey.
Turkey could, yeah.
And the
but turkey.
beans
listen,
weren't super.
here's
The beans were warm. Actually, sorry.
when you go to Liberty Tree, okay, since we're going to talk about that, the turkey comes out room temperature as well because you can't keep it hot.
This
You
was
can't
this
keep
was
turkey.
cold though.
No, it was not. No, it was not. It was
mac and cheese.
absolutely not. When you say cold, that implies that it was
Not
the temperature
deli-
it would have been coming out of a refrigerator.
Okay.
It was room temperature. So that's not cold. It's
Okay.
not hot. And I understand some people, and that's why, let's be fair. If you've ever cooked a turkey, which you haven't, you know that when the minute you carve it,
Yes.
it starts going to room
It's room
temperature.
temperature.
When the way you heat up a piece of turkey is with the gravy. That's my complaint there, is give me a side of hot gravy because that's how you heat up a piece of turkey. Unless you're gonna nuke it and then throw it on their plate.
Eat it! Eat it quickly.
It's not a meat that's going to hold a very warm temperature for any length of time. There's no way for them to
Okay,
get
well, I can-
turkey to your table hot.
I
It
can
just
forgive
doesn't happen.
the meat thing is okay, but the mac and cheese being cold.
Well, again, it was room temperature. Let's be. I know it should have been hot. Mac
It
and
should have
cheese
been
should have been
hot. It
hot.
should have been hot.
So they don't have the same excuse there with that. But
How about the sausage? I thought the sausage was okay, but it was like a breakfast sausage, which was weird.
it was a smoked
It had a little
It was a
sweetness
smoked
to it.
sausage. It was a smoked sausage, and I thought it was good, very good,
It's good.
actually.
I didn't care for that other thing that you had.
What were you looking for?
Oh, the
You were
braised
looking for
beef.
Italian
Yeah.
sausage?
I don't know. I didn't like it.
I didn't have a big hunk of that.
I liked the braised beef.
Did you?
I thought it was really good, actually. And I mean, I totally get the thing with the turkey part of it. I'm just one of those people that I'm like, if I gotta take my family out for a $200 meal, then give me warm food. Like all the food I get should be warm. So that's my thing. But
Sprite was good and icy.
Well, I thought the beans were decent. They weren't the best beans I've ever had, but I thought they were okay. I mean, it was. I don't know. It's like we had two different meals
Yeah,
because we were all eating off the same family style thing.
I liked the decor and stuff inside. Like it really fit with the theme. It was like Mary Poppins decorated a saloon kind of thing. So like it was like this Victorian mix with saloon stuff because like the front stage had like the gazebo looking thing, like pillars and stuff or whatever up at the front. So it had that like a bar inside of
Like a
the
dance hall.
Grand Floridian Hotel
Yeah.
kind of thing. Like it had like some combination of it, which I thought was cool. I thought it was neat.
Yeah, no,
So
I
it
really
fit
like
with-
I like the venue a lot.
Yeah, it fit with Frontierland and with Liberty Square, so like it kind of had a mix of both, and I liked that. So
At the end of the day, let me just pull up the receipt here. I used Tables in Wonderland, which saved me $28 on this. With the built-in 18% gratuity they put back in, $144 for 4 adults for this meal. In a theme park, all you want to eat, I don't think that's unreasonable. I've paid a lot more and gotten worse. My personal opinion. I thought it was good. These guys disagree. That's just the way it is. But I'm right and they're wrong.
Oh my! I could hear the can opener back there opening up those cans of beans.
Well, I'm telling you, I thought it was good.
Okay.
I thought it was good.
Okay. Next time you come over to my house, I'll fix
Okay,
you.
well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you go get a job there
Okay,
making
I'll
the
do that.
beans, okay?
They just, I don't know. It was, like you said, location was worth the money, I think. Because it wasn't, like you said, it wasn't a $60 per person meal.
No, it wasn't.
We didn't have to go. We just had to, we were in where we were. We go in, we eat, and we come
We
right
got
back
seated
out.
right
and
away.
were
We got
right
seated
there.
on time.
All that was wonderful. And I would do it again, probably, just to see if it was a one-off with the chili mac, you know.
yeah, I mean things weren't like prepared badly or anything. Like even one of the things, like even with the braised beef and the pork and all that kind of stuff, it actually like it didn't have big fatty pieces. It didn't have like it actually had good cuts of what
Right,
was going
yeah,
on.
it
So it
was.
was well made. It like a lot of it just ended up being cold, and I think when food gets cold, it just takes on this whole other taste and texture and everything for me. So I'm a textures person. I don't know. I like I'm
Well, a
weird.
lot of
I'm
people
weird.
are.
Yeah, like
A lot of people,
yeah.
texture matters.
Yeah, texture was a big thing for me. So
All right. Well, there you have it. That's our review of the Diamond Horseshoe at the Magic Kingdom. We have put a poll up on Facebook. We will have the results of that, or your thoughts on the Diamond Horseshoe. We'll have the results on that on our next show. So that will do it for this episode of the Disney Dining Show. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again next time. Have a great week, everyone.